So I've talked about every game that I've ever gotten at least 1,000 achievement points in at some point or another on this channel. Yes, I even got 1,000 achievement points in that game. But the one game I haven't talked about that I do have 1,000 plus achievement points in is Skyrim. Now, I am doing this mainly because Skyrim Special Edition just came out, and I'll tell you right now, graphically the game is jaw-dropping. But if I were you, I wouldn't be willing to spend 50 bucks on it just yet unless you freaking love Skyrim, then have at it. But if you're kind of in the middle, I would say wait a little bit. Maybe get it for 30 if it goes on sale. 40, I think you could even be good with that, but I'm not sure about 50 just yet. But if you do get it, be prepared if you get it on PC. The graphics are pretty good, but player models look like crap, so if it breathes, it does not look very good. Environments look great though. Whatever they did with the lighting and the shadows really are top notch. But I'm going to get into a little bit more about why I think Skyrim is overrated. Yes, I think Skyrim is overrated, and just for the record, I also think Last of Us is overrated, so prepared to see the freaking firestorm in the comments if this video ever gets a ton of views. But Skyrim, I believe, is overrated for one big reason, and that is the RPG systems. That is, you get one perk point per level. And if you look at these skill trees, Jesus, it is humongous. Only getting 1 point for each level is really rough. I mean, it makes your character not even feel like he's really good until level 15 to 20. And that's not helped out a bunch by the fact that you don't get to pick a class in this game. You literally pick your race, and that's it. And you get a little tiny bonus to each different stat depending on what race you pick. That is pretty freaking sad. Not being able to pick a class is the most head-scratching move in this game, bar none. It would have really helped if I pick a Khajiit, who is a stealthy character, which is what I'm playing right now. And if you could pick like a thief or a rogue, you would feel like a freaking badass at the very start of the game, just stealthing around freaking wrecking people. Instead, I'm running around with a sword to try and get my one-handed up so I can go eventually equip double daggers and freaking wreck some people. But instead, I have to run around being a not soldier just to try and level up some stats before I even start feeling somewhat powerful. At the beginning of every playthrough of Skyrim, you're going to feel almost exactly the same. You're going to more than likely be running around with a sword, freaking just trying to level up what stats you need to level up to really feel like what you want to play. Granted, if you're playing a warrior, you're good. But warrior, to me, and I think to a lot of people, is just kind of boring. You're just running around with a sword and shield, probably, just going around smacking the crap out of people. If you're playing a mage, good freaking luck, because you don't get any good spells at the start of the game. So you're going to be really screwed since you might not be focusing that much on defense either. Every time you start a new character on Skyrim, for the first few hours, they're going to be exactly the same. And it's not really helped out that much by the fact that there's no real story differential in any playthrough. It's one linear story from beginning to end. It'll be exactly the same every time. Granted, there's so much to do in Skyrim, but that you could just run around and do every side quest before finishing the main story, but it's just, that's not going to really be a whole lot of fun unless you really dig. There are also some really hilarious bugs that never got patched out when Bethesda was apparently making the special edition of this game. And more annoying ones being the rubber banding that's in Bleak Falls Barrow. I don't know if that's in any other dungeon, but if it is, that is really bad. But there's also the Draugr. I was just running through here, just pops out and flies up in the air. Come on, Bethesda. I know you're better than this. Alright, maybe not. Skyrim, I mean, I know why a lot of people love this game. I definitely see it. But it's just that since the game's come out, each playthrough just, for me anyway, feels lesser and lesser than the one that came before it. It's a game that the more you play it, it just gets more and more monotonous. And there are other games that have come out since Skyrim that have just done it way better. The biggest one being Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. I am not sugarcoating it. That game freaking curb stomps this game. At least in my eyes it does. But Skyrim, I just don't see why it's hailed as being one of the best games ever made. Is it good? Yes. It is very good. I really do like it, but I just don't see why it's hailed as being the freaking god of all RPGs. Same thing with Last of Us. I tried that game, and I tried it because it was being hailed so much as being this perfect game, and I didn't see it at all. But Skyrim, it is a good game, and Last of Us probably is as well, but I never really played. I played like the first 5 or 6 hours and just got bored. But Skyrim, it's a good game. It's just not, to me anyway, the paragon end all be all of last generation. That is, to me, Call of Duty 4, but do with that what you will. Thanks for watching.